Right, against Undead on Amazonia. Excuse me. So yeah, we're playing Amazonia, where getting level 3 quickly is extremely difficult, but getting level 2 quickly is basically for free, so Demon Hunter by far of course makes the most sense, so that's what I'll be going for here. And well, other than that, there's not really too much of a plan basically to formulate without knowing what the Undead's gonna throw at me. Yeah, I'm taking a bit of a risk with this Ancient of War in front of, or rather close to the creeps, but I guess having an instant scout with the ghoul is somewhat unlikely, so I guess it's a justified risk, in my opinion.
Your building is more moons. Your building is complete.
So yeah, just getting that wisp to the tree here. I don't think the creeps should be triggered. No, okay. So of course that I can use the lightning shield once I start creeping.
More lumber is required. More lumber is required.
Okay, and he's going standard. I was just wondering for a second because I hadn't seen the scout yet, but there it is, so it's not like fiends or something like that. At least, you know, not immediately. I just want to make sure I don't finish anything with either the Ancient of War or the lightning shield. But yeah, this seems just fine. Gonna get the third Moonwall before the tech since he's playing ghouls, so there's likely to be some pressure. Oh, and the Death Knight is here, so I have to quickly grab the items here. So he doesn't go for the creeping that usually the Undeads do in the beginning. And when they creep the same spot basically with the lightning shield. Okay, this was Ancient of War finish, but I think this is fine because with the build order he's playing, he's got like 4 ghouls out now maybe, so it's not like he's already capable of creeping the orange camp only with ghouls. So what I can do is I have the wisp on top of the map, so I can just scout and perhaps get a staff and staff over. So I already skilled here, which may have been a little bit premature. I've seen that he skilled the coil, so I went for mana burn and evasion. So no scout as sorry, no creep as we can see. Or maybe he just wanted to start creeping. Yeah, so if there's gonna be some good pressure, I'm not gonna have the choice to go for immolation. Okay, I was just reaching out there for the coil as I was clicking away. And since the wisp is dead now, there's no need for a staff teleportation. Just gonna... Okay, he's not creeping. Just getting the Hunter's Hall here rather early on because, you know, during the pressure you may forget it. So, yes, okay, he's coming. So I'm gonna keep my Demon Hunter to the right hand side here to not reveal my Hunter's Hall unnecessarily. So perhaps he's not gonna see it and not gonna cancel it. Yeah, it's quite a lot of ghouls actually. So his tech must be extremely late if it's not even an all-in. Oh, we'll see. Okay, I got surrounded here. I'm gonna get one ghoul killed, and I mean, I can afford getting surrounded once, of course. And I think those were 2 reinforcing ghouls within like 15 seconds, so this has to be double crypt.
On your mark.
I'm somewhat sure.
Point the way. Waiting on you. Point the way.
Oh yeah, he's got dust, of course.
Upgrade. Point the way.
But okay, I'm tier 2, I can send this wisp to get the panda from the middle.
Our sacred grove is
And then
being
hopefully
desecrated.
repel this attack.
Waiting on you.
Wow, and that was really sleepy by him. Having the Death Knight next to my main.
On your mark.
Yeah, another 2 reinforcing ghouls there in the middle. But I can block with the archer now and get the kill. So yeah. Okay, so he killed 2 Moonwells and I have,
Waiting on you. Fair enough.
well, 2 heroes and 3 archers, but his Death Knight is gone, which is
Our warriors have engaged.
extremely good news.
Is trouble brewing? You seem a little
Point the way. Your move. Point the way.
another round.
Waiting on you.
Okay, yeah, this ghoul should be dead, then I think.
On your mark.
Blade thirsts.
Well, I guess I just need to stabilize right now. I can creep with the panda, I can send the Demon Hunter across the map
You
to
seem a little parched.
keep up with the scouting. Let's see if he's gonna stay on tier 1 or if he's taking to like gargoyles or something right now.
My blade thirsts. Another round.
Yes, this is double crypt and he's still tier 1.
Our warriors have engaged.
Quite a lot of stuff
Sacred
saves on
grove
HP,
being
and actually since I
desecrated.
don't have a TP anymore I have to be careful.
Your life. Another.
Point the way.
You
Oh,
seem a little parched.
Wow, did I lose an archer to creeps there?
Waiting
I think
on
so.
you. One kill. One kill.
So I'm just gonna get the staff right now for safety purposes.
Point the way.
Is
Because surrounding my heroes of course is one of his big
Building is complete.
chances right now.
the time has come. My
On your
blade
mark.
thirsts. Name your poison.
Your building is
I
complete.
think I may have missed the ghoul there to DH. So yeah, dryads are just fine against tier 1 ghouls, so I mean while I could go tier 3 of course, I feel like double Ancient of Lore is the much safer choice at this point because,
Waiting on
you know, I can get a superior army right now which is
Blade
superior enough, so to speak.
you. Your building
Um,
is complete.
is trouble brewing.
Or I could get a superior army, you know, in like 3 minutes, which is even more superior, but since I think dryads should do the trick as well, I feel like there's no desperate need for
You seem a little parched.
to rush up to bears.
Another round. Name your poison.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. I just think if I micro accurately, then it should still be,
Is trouble brewing?
What is nature's
Name
you
your
know,
poison.
clearly holdable.
You seem
Okay, just bought a whole bunch of stuff until before the shop went down.
for the tree? The great outdoor. The great outdoor. What is nature's
But now with these reinforcements, that shouldn't be, there shouldn't be too much to do for him if I micro properly.
Our warriors have engaged.
round.
And yeah, this is just, I mean, I haven't lost anything I think in this fight.
I'm game. Is there trouble?
Alright, so
Are we being invaded?
yeah, I'm not sure. This was my 3rd game, and the first 2 were incredibly one-sided. But I think even though this was a short one, there was at least some proper action and micro happening. Yeah, he went for the tier 1 all-in, which is very, you know, for which it is very strange to start with Coil first against the Demon Hunter, because basically what he was saying is that he was never gonna creep up to level 2, so he was gonna have to level 1 Death Knight for a very long time, and against the Demon Hunter, the Coil then is completely useless, and therefore with only the Death Knight, which is, you know, a grunt more or less than without the coil, there's not really too much added, and I think it's a lot more difficult for the Night Elf to micro properly against Aura first. And yeah, I guess, you know, there was definitely a lot of pressure happening, and the big issue was that at one point he allowed me to do a lot of damage onto the Death Knight when he was, you know, basically in the middle of my map, in the middle of my base. And then when the Death Knight was down at like 200 HP maybe, he was just keeping him close to my main tree for way too long, when, you know, in the meantime there was some other stuff happening with the ghouls that had to be microed, but there was just a lack of multitasking then, I guess. And afterwards, of course, with the Drides, there wasn't much to do for him anymore at that point. Not sure if there was any chance to come back by following it up with a tier 2 tech and gargoyles, etc. But yeah, he didn't, and therefore it was a clear win in the end. Okay, Undead Mirror on Sikavai.
I gladly obey.
So I'm gonna stick with
Thy will be done.
what, as far as I know, is the most common approach these days, which is just a regular late fiend build. You know, get the Death Knight out quickly, kill the sheep in the middle of the map with the Scout Acolyte, and yeah, go from there, see if the opponent is playing fast fiends, which I guess isn't super likely, but if so, then harass, and if not, then well, see if the opponent harasses, or see if you can get a bit of experience early on with just the DK and the skeletons.
I wish only to serve. I gladly obey.
So yeah, all that
Summon
explanation, and I immediately forgot my Scout Acolyte, but okay, it shouldn't really make too much of a difference if that one's
summoning
out like 10 seconds later than usual.
Where shall I lust spill? Yes, master.
So yeah, and from that then eventually transition into a standard late
My
game.
life for Nazul. Thy bidding, master.
Okay, so he's doing the same thing. As you can see, his Acolyte was a little bit further along, but I wanna not head across the map
Will be done.
now because, okay, I already know it's gonna be fast DK. I just wanna take down that critter. And, well, my Death Knight should be there a little bit more quickly, since the critter was closer to my base than to his base.
I wish
And actually I
only
wanna
to
scout
serve.
over here, just to see if the DK is coming.
Summoning is complete.
Okay, so this very much points towards some immediate harassment. And well, I'm not sure if I should do this with the ghoul, because it's costing me a bit of lumber. Could delay my tech a bit compared to his tech, so
For the Lich King.
as I said, not exactly convinced this is worth it.
My patience has ended.
I guess
By Ner'zhul,
let's block a bit just for show.
as you order.
Yeah, this is enough harassment. Excuse me, enough stopping of the enough chasing after the Acolyte. Sorry, let's see if he's gonna spend the coil here. If not, then I'm gonna take the Acolyte down with the skeletons. And he's got his own skeletons, so what's important now is that I'm getting the first pair of skeletons from my graveyard as soon as they appear. Okay, which I did successfully.
Thy bidding, master. My fate
So
is
yeah, let's just see if
I
I'm
wish
gonna
only to serve.
get through this without losing too
Where
much.
shall my blood be spilled? My life for Ner'zhul. I gladly obey. I will
I'm also sending my Scout Acolyte back already, since
obey.
you know, it's likely that I'm gonna have to replace some acolytes in the mine. I sent the skeleton away here. Yeah, everything starts taking a lot of damage, so this is not gonna be easy. Let's pull the ghouls as well. It's okay, so far nothing lost. I got the Death Knight surrounded, so yeah, that's something. By the looks of it, he's not gonna pull the town portal. Just have to slow this other... it's out of range, I think. To slow the other skeleton with the tower here. Oh, okay. So I lost two acolytes.
My patience has ended. Let battle be joy.
But you know, my tech is somewhat soon to be done, so could have been worse. Other than that, well, no reason to counter push right now. I'm assuming his tech is slightly ahead because I pulled the ghoul in the beginning, so there's no damage to deal from my point of view anymore. So the downside is that I forgot to start producing fiends during this push, so my first fiend is out just now. He's likely to be up at like, you know, 2 fiends out and a third one in production already. Just gonna scout across the map right now with the skeleton to see what he's up to. Likely... oh no, it's ghouls, okay. I was about to say it's likely that he's just doing his own creeping. This is surprise. So he's pushing again with ghouls, so I'm just wondering if... well... what he's gonna follow this up with. Because if he's going for the acolytes, then it has to be Gargs, and yeah, he's going for the acolytes, so... this is very likely to be gargoyle play by him, I think. Yeah, okay, this is a bit awkward, so I'm gonna lose one of them here. Even 2. But yeah, now he's town porting out, so I think this has gotta be gargoyles. Okay, my fiend is stuck here, but I can just chop off the trees. Yeah, so this was clearly just aimed at slowing down my economy. And in return, he, you know, sacrificed any creeping of his own, gave the town portal away more or less voluntarily. So yeah, it's gotta be gargoyles. I don't see how else that makes sense. But yeah, I'm scouting this with the skeleton right now. I'm just gonna confirm it, because then if it's gargoyles, you know, then I'm gonna have to make sure that my crypt is always producing, get a ton of fiends, web, get a tower behind my acolytes, etc, etc. Whereas if it wasn't gargoyles, then I think I'm in a bit of a comfortable position actually. Okay. Is it really? It's only one crypt? Yeah, okay. So he's a bit surprised, so he's really playing standard. So yeah, I can just go into the late game right now, get my slaughterhouse, you know, everything. I don't need to, like, I can spend my resources now on more late game minded expenses.
My patience has ended. I am the darkness. I am sworn. My patience has ended.
And yeah, let's see how things go from there. So I think I saw something on the minimap, so I can just a second send a skeleton to the shop on the other side just to see if he's creeping it or if it's still there for me to creep. Oh wow, and it is gargoyles. So let me cancel the burrow and start getting web, but I think I'm in an extremely awkward position right now. And he's got so many already. So I just... okay, this is really bad then. So I'm just upgrading the one spirit tower in the middle right now. Because if he just runs into my base, then, you know, he could just kill all my acolytes and then town portal out again.
My vengeance is yours. Let battle enjoy. Research complete.
And just gonna stay extremely passive for the time being. You know, if I can get, you know, like a large army and somehow get into a solid late game position, then things could still be okay. But you know, I've made the completely wrong mid-game decisions then. So I'm just getting another fiend right now. I mean, I have had my crypt idling for such a long time because I built Slaughterhouse first and, you know, didn't bother going for more fiends. I started researching Burrow and had to cancel again because of weapon. Yeah, now this happens. Yeah, and why didn't I build the ziggurat at the bottom of my golden mine? The last one I built. I said it previously, like, if it's gargoyles, I'm gonna need a tower there, and then I didn't do it. Oh yeah, and I still need the orb as well. So I actually gotta return here for a second. Yeah, and he's still there. Yeah, and with that, I feel like there's not really much I can do. I mean, I could just sit in my base, of course, and, you know, not have his gargoyles be effective, but, I mean, he still has ghouls and his heroes, of course, and he can just creep everything else on the map, so... Yeah, I'd like to get some creeping done on my own. But just having the DK sit there, defend. Yeah, but tough, really tough in this position.
My vengeance is yours.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Guess I'm gonna look at the replay later on to see how I could not have scouted that second crypt. Actually, let me just hope that he may have gone away with the gargoyles right now and allows me to get the ziggurat up. But at this point, if he wants to, he can just always just okay, quickly fly in and cancel it. So I feel like I just really have to sit here with all of my fiends and, you know, do nothing for a while. And I mean, what are the odds that until now he still has not crept his natural? He can just do whatever he wants. There's no way that he's not already at like 50 supply. Quickly gonna take a look if he's creeping the red camp here.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, okay, and he is, yeah. Let's see if I can maybe get away without the town portal. Or not, okay, that was stupid then to use the greater heal potion for nothing. Yeah, I'm feeling quite outplayed here. Which, yeah, is a shame because the early harass I think didn't go extremely well for him. I know I just set myself up for the wrong late game here. So since he's got total map control right now, I'm gonna have to buy another town portal. And I think I have to... the statues should be moving around the left hand side. I think I just have to take some risks here. Because if I just sit in my base and do nothing, then he's gonna get the second red camp, and I guess he probably has grabbed both the fountains already with the gargoyles. Just quickly check. Yeah, that one's gone. And the one at the bottom, he's probably creeping right now, since he's probably finished with the red camp. So I'm just gonna, even though it's very likely that he'll be here soon, I'm just gonna go ahead and creep this and hope for perhaps some great item that's worth the town portal that I am likely to burn here. no point in pulling the creeps out, because it's not like, you know, he's so much more mobile. It's not like I can run away anyways if he finds me. So yeah, the battle drums are nice, the tome not so much. Okay, and there he is, as expected. Just coil the fiend and hope that I... Okay, one fiend goes down. Okay, so
My patience has ended.
the upside is the entire map is scrapped right now, so he cannot extend his XP lead here. The downside is, though, he could just easily set up an expansion, I think. I've got a ton of resources here, and I don't feel like I want to get anything other than fiends. I mean, I've got... my army is too small to add air units right now. I only have like 5 fiends, I'm gonna have 6 soon. But he's got so many gargoyles, like if I add destroyers, they'll just get killed immediately by all of the gargoyles. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pull back first. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hope for some miracle fight with some like good frost armor use and yeah, good focus fire. Maybe if he fights into my base, I could have a chance. Just gonna position myself here, you know, in a position where he'd have to go through the small choke if he wants to engage. Okay, my skeleton is gone already. So okay, there we go. Just gonna hope for the best here. Okay. Yeah, first 2 fiends down already. Okay, I've done some damage as well. At least on the ground. See if I can snipe the Lich maybe with the silence on the DK soon. Yeah, that's helpful. That's really helpful. Getting rid of the orb. Now I think now I should be able to trade extremely well. Maybe, you know, try and not get surrounded with the Lich. Yeah, so maybe that was just a miracle fight that I needed. I mean, okay, I've got 1 ghoul only remaining, but I don't need lumber at this point anyway. So, yeah, okay. No point in chasing, he still has the bigger army. And his Lich will be back soon. So I think this may be the last creep camp on the map. And I just... yeah, I don't feel like there's much I can do at this point, so... well... basically, I mean, I cannot push right now, there's no way in hell that I can break him, I think. So... it's probably best to just sit next to a statue and regenerate mana. And perhaps get ready for another engagement. So, there we go. We should buy skeletons as well, just to get some more scouting in. Because if he got an expansion in the meantime, then yeah, that would, you know, put the pressure on me. Okay, was just hoping to find the random shade here, but nope. Alright, no expansion here. That's good news. Okay, he's got an expansion. I just finished, only 2 acolytes in there. So I think I saw a dot on the bottom right of the minimap. So what I want to do is go to the middle in case he comes defending across the map right now to catch him. And send 1 skeleton towards the right hand side here. Just to make sure I see if he's coming. Because I don't want to get my entire, you know, all of my acolytes killed right now if he swoops into my base. Because I don't have a town portal, I cannot afford such a trade. Okay, never mind, he's actually here. Maybe I just saw ghosts there at the on the minimap. Yeah, this is actually really awkward. I mean, I've got no vision, he just needs to sit there on top of the choke and... Yeah, this... Definitely cannot engage there. But I have to engage. The main, maybe. Yeah, I think let me go for that. So I hope I can trade favorably here. I cannot break the base, obviously, but if I can trade well enough somehow, then my counter expansion might still keep me in the game. Just need to make sure to take a decent fight there. Let's see. Nah, this is actually a rather awkward position. I think I have to pull back here. But, oh god. Yeah, these ghouls have such a great angle. Okay, no coil for that fiend. Yeah, that was a pretty bad start. Okay, no coil for for any of my fiends. Okay, yeah, I think that was just a game-losing fight. That was just such an awkward position. I think I shouldn't have rushed out of that choke towards him, but go to where I am now with my army, basically. To force him to come through the choke, but yeah, that was a terrible fight position. And now, of course, I mean... Yeah, now it's of course over. He's got the bigger army, at least similarly well-leveled heroes and expansion. Let's see, the Lich has got no mana, so I can run. Okay, now he's got mana. Now I have to coil. But yeah, that was... I mean, yeah, I can obviously leave. That was... I just actually want to check out how I missed that second crypt. There was just... well, the beginning was alright, I think. I mean, losing some gold, but I, you know, got the DK killed at least. And I think I handled the harassment quite alright. But then after the second run where he killed another 2 acolytes, you know, the part of the gargoyle strategy is to basically cripple the opponent's economy and then pump out as many gargoyles as you can, as quickly as you can, just to gain map control. So yeah, it made sense that he was gonna go for gargoyles after doing that second push. But yeah, I didn't see the second crypt and I totally didn't think I may have missed it. And then yeah, I just took way too much damage then by the gargoyles, and even though I had that insanely good fight at my base, the last fight was just so terrible. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, actually his tech was only a little bit ahead. Yeah, here's some... I mean, okay, some mining was of course lost, but I mean, this is still alright. Ah, and it was actually the first crypt that I didn't scout. Okay. So there comes the push. And yeah, that's 2 more Acolyte kills, and then my skeleton is gonna run across the map. So yeah, there is the crypt. And well, this I think this is a display bug. This I'm 99.43% sure that I didn't see this crypt. If I actually did see it and somehow didn't realize it, then joke's even more on me. Right, Amazonia against Orc. And we're having an Orc mirror. So, yeah, as far as I can tell in my experience, it tends to often not be worth it to... well, I actually just kept my base open there by accidentally placing the burrow 1 spot too far to the right. Let's see if... Okay, actually I cannot show that because, you know, there's no green line there. But, yeah, between the altar and the main, of course, the heroes and stuff can move, and now in between the altar and the burrow as well. So let's hope my opponent doesn't realize that. It very often... Okay, I'm misrallying here. Another PN. It very often tends not to be worth it to scout in the beginning with a PN, because I feel like if I just start creeping the orange camp, then the wizard and the tome dropping rogue will already be dead by the time an opposing blade master could arrive, and I feel like usually the opponent isn't able to deal enough damage to really justify the fact that they have not been able to creep anything in the beginning. So the only thing that I feel like really can backfire and hurt a lot in such a situation is if there was a Farseer first heading across the map with the wolves and cancels the Voodoo Lodge. But, you know, that happens so rarely that I think you can just basically roll the dice on that and just expect it not to happen. But I guess, you know, there may be arguments to be made for an early scout as well. He, of course, is scouting early since I've played random. So BM is out. You might as well start the Windwalk early here if you're gonna use it, just to get that mana regeneration started. And yeah, let's see if we're gonna be seeing harassment immediately or something else. Claws is perfectly fine. So, no Blade Master just yet. And with that final creep, I'm just gonna try and time my last 2 hits accordingly, like now, so that it's very difficult for him to actually do the last hit. But, you know, he seems to be creeping on his own, because otherwise he'd already be here. So, you know, usually now I could go to the shop and get a circlet and then continue creeping, like the trolls at the bottom. But I'm just gonna expect that he might do the same here. Just gonna get 1 stack of heal stuffs here to have another additional inventory slot. I'm gonna speculate that he might be doing the same thing, and I'm gonna try and creep check him at his trolls. And see if, you know, maybe I can do some damage there. This is pretty speculative, but... Okay, he has crapped this already, so that means he has not crapped his lab yet. So let me just get boots and dust. Okay, he's not there for that. And I think I'm gonna have to use the speed scroll now, because I want an inventory slot in case he's creeping his lab now, which is likely. Yeah, it's exactly what's happening here. So if he doesn't reveal, then I'm getting the item and the creep. Oh, look at my Blade Master. And look at his Blade Master. So I'm even... Well, okay, I'm even gonna be able to cancel the third burrow.
Master?
And there. Speaking of third burrow, shouldn't forget mine. But this is just a perfect early game.
I am yours. Are you hero and obey?
So I do have one more Windwalk. And I'm wondering, I mean the Blade Master should be pretty much healed up right now, his Blade Master is.
Excellent choice.
And this is my last Windwalk, I don't think I have to risk anything here. So I can spend my last heal salve now and then grab the item from the orange camp. I'll be level 3. And yeah, I think things are looking quite promising thus far. So I wanna get back to my base right now, get a clarity, and heal up that grunt, and then cancel the tier 2 buildings. And I hope I'm still in time. I can build the lodge here, I just need to chop down these 2 trees to make sure my walkers don't get trapped. Which, you know, these trees should be down by the time my first walker is out. And yeah, as I said now, just gonna head across the map and see if I can cancel the tier 2 buildings.
Yes.
Gonna quickly pause here because my inventory keys aren't hotkeyed properly. Okay, now it should be working, hopefully.
What task is there?
Right, so let's see. He's going, yeah, he's actually going Fire Lord. Wow, didn't you look at my Blade Master? I mean, the Fire Lord is not gonna reach my base with a Blade Master like that.
Excellent choice. I am yours.
Yeah, so that choice I don't really understand. Maybe he's already feeling like he needs to take a risk, but that was not really something I understand. And now, I mean, this is not a fight I could ever lose.
Are you hero and obey? Yes. Are you hero and obey?
So let's see. Just gonna quickly take down the lava spawn because, well, don't want to have it duplicate necessarily. And luckily my base is open. So I'm gonna let that one hex grunt get away, but I mean I'm gonna get into a good position come late game. Still, I'm still in range of the shop, so I can just buy a heal potion here and be fine. Still see if I can catch him maybe with a speed scroll. The dust was a little bit used a little bit late. Yeah, okay, that was 50 gold waste. Got a little over ambitious there. So, okay, let me get another clarity on the Blade Master and see what he's up to. Because with a Fire Lord I have to expect some, you know, tower push or something like that. Because he's not gonna carry an Orc Mirror fight in the late game. So I can scout with the Blade Master, creep with the Shadow Hunter. Hope I'm gonna get the one camp in entirely, get level 2 perhaps before the next push starts. Okay, that's the... Ah, it's double beastry, okay, so a lot of raiders, and I believe I've had that strategy, I faced that strategy, and I've played that strategy on previous incarnations of the ladder session, but usually that's played with a fast tech and a Farseer first, because that synergizes a lot better with the strat, which, you know, just contains a lot of ensnares and hero focus from now on for him. But my first walker is arriving soon with the first Spirit Link, so I should be solid against hero focus. So, of course, the Grunt has fallen, the low HP one, but it's quite alright. Just want to focus out the raiders first, and then, well, whatever he's offering me. I think the Firelord is an easy kill at any given moment, if I want to. So, like right now, for example, I can probably just take down the Firelord. And yeah, Blade Master gets critted down as well, so yeah, that was very one-sided in the end. But I think still somewhat instructive, because I mean, if you want to look at it from, you know, my point of view, basically all I had to go off of was the fact that I knew that recently he had crapped his orange troll camp. I had no scout in the beginning, and I think, you know, that, yeah, I think that may be somewhat instructive in terms of properly reading the game. You know, realizing that he didn't have the time to creep both the troll camp and his lab, and given the fact that he was not at the Goblin Merchant when the boots were becoming available, was, I think, a big tell that he was probably at the bottom side of the map, and therefore very likely creeping his own lab at the time I was at his Goblin Merchant. And so, yeah, just realizing that, and then, you know, using the speed scroll to get a slot in the inventory for the item drop, basically won me the game already. Just reading the creep route properly, and I think, yeah, that may be somewhat interesting to some. And, you know, of course, if this was a game on Battle.net, then I'd be accused of map hacking, but that's just the way, you know, that's just the way many people think, you know, about decision making in Warcraft 3. But okay, this isn't really the place to where I want to complain about, you know, people's attitudes. But I think, yeah, it might be somewhat instructive and interesting to see how quickly a game can be won sometimes just based on properly reading what the opponent is doing. And of course, then the Firelord thing was a completely horrible decision by him, but maybe he just felt like he didn't want to go into a long game after that early game. And Melting Valley again. Well, I just had a game, would have had a game on Melting Valley, but the opponent never joined, so that got cancelled, and now I'm getting another chance in an orc versus human matchup, where I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for a one burrow tech, which means I can creep the green trolls, grab some items. I can also build the shop a little bit outside of my base to save some time, and then head out on the map to harass. Gonna send my scout to the mercenary camp next to the human base to see whether he creeps that early on. And we'll see if it's, I mean, it could be MK, it could be AM first here. I mean, even though I'm playing random here, you know, Mountain King is still a possibility, because human can basically play Mountain King in every matchup on this map. So yeah, we'll see what is gonna be thrown at me. And then we'll see if it's, you know, if it's gonna be the fast expansion or whatever it's gonna be. It's like, as usual, predictions that early on aren't really, you know, aren't really too purposeful if we don't know the strategy yet that I'm gonna be facing. As I said, I'm just gonna place the P in here, see what's happening, and then, you know, get on to tier 2 quickly, dominate the map hopefully with quick raiders and walkers. Same old, basically. We'll see. So his scout has arrived. He has seen my Voodoo Lodge and turns around immediately. Doesn't want to get killed here by the looks of it.
What task is there? Yes. Time to die. What do you want?
So as I said, I'm gonna creep here and then I'm gonna... Okay, since he's not... Okay, see? I just want to see if he's pulling militia.
Work complete.
Doesn't look like it. He hasn't crept anything yet. Well, this guy is dead, so I might as well try and send him into the crypts.
Yes, sir.
And that didn't work out. And he's moving towards the right hand side, so I'm assuming he's probably not gonna creep the Merc camp immediately. Nevertheless, though, I can send my Grunt there, and I can send my Blade Master to his Troll camp to continue either creeping it or creep checking him there.
Yes.
And in the meantime, I'll have to add my second burrow.
Yes, Lord. What task is there? Yes, Lord. Are you here
And
obey?
okay, he's...
You want?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna turn around, get a second circlet, and this peasant is retreating, so is he tower rushing me? That doesn't make any sense though, but I'm assuming that's what's happening. But he didn't see that it was a one burrow tech, so if this was a 2 burrow tech, then this would be like the worst strategy he could have chosen. Because on Melting Valley, I mean, the militia duration is over by the time he reaches the base. And with a 2 burrow tech, then, I mean, my second grunt would be out right now. And okay, well, that's not what we're having, so I have to defend this tower rush right now with a Blade Master and a grunt. So the shop is gonna be taken down, so I'm gonna build another one outside of my base. And I'm just gonna hit and run and take down whatever he offers me, which is hopefully gonna be some peasants. I'm gonna try and always cancel the towers that are the ones that are gonna finish the soonest. Doesn't have the forces to go up against my burrows though. Yeah, I'm just gonna snipe some peasants here if he lets me. Try and not take, you know, all too much damage on my stuff. And my second grunt is spawning soon. And then I'm gonna go for the tower that's upgrading right now. Okay, surrounding the Blade Master here, but I don't think that's too wise. So yeah, now I'm gonna just chase the AM away and then go for the tower. I think I should have the damage output to cancel it. Yeah, okay. So I'm just quickly gonna snipe the next peasant and, well, then retreat and regenerate a bit. I think I have a bit of time before the towers finish. So I've reached here too, that's the upside of the 1 burrow tech. I don't really feel like I need to invest into Beastry right now. Spirit Lodge, he's completely all in, of course, so if I can just hold this for a little while longer, then I should be doing fine. Not going for the AM here, just going for the tower. And, well, I'm tier 2, I can just buy a heal potion right now, so I'm not in any danger. Okay, that's unfortunate. I thought I was gonna be in range of the shop, but now I have to retreat for a second just to buy that potion. I still think I can get the AM, maybe. No, maybe not. But let's cancel that tower before it finishes. Okay, maybe also not. So my SH is out, so I'm gonna skill heal wave here because for as long as I can trade, I'm doing fine. You know, I'm trading extremely efficiently here, and I don't need Hex for anything because, well, I don't, you know, there's no great targets to focus fire. I mean, the AM, sure, but I can just chase him away without Hex. So I think I'm doing pretty well here. He doesn't have much left. I mean, he's gonna reinforce. There's no way in hell he's teching behind this. But yeah, I'm doing decently. So I can start adding tier 2 building right now. Maybe I shouldn't lose my grunts for free here. Okay, just as I'm saying it. Lost both my grunts. So that I shouldn't have done. I think I'm getting a little... Well, I'm very confident here. I'm not sure if it's overconfident because I'm still in a very, very good position. I thought I ordered that beast tree already. But yeah, as you can see, the militia duration has already ran out and they're only peasants, so this isn't too much of a threat. I mean, I can just, you know, with that stuff I can just get a heal potion. Well, actually I'm giving it to the Blade Master, of course, not on the Shadow Hunter. Yeah, this is quite an easy hold at this point, of course. Can add the, not the second beast tree, but a lodge. Still have salves, of course, and he's got nothing to chase, so I can just heal up the SH, no problem.
It'd be a pleasure.
Yeah, and Chichi. So once again, didn't turn out to be too close, but I hope also, you know, basically up until the point when I lost these grunts unnecessarily, but at that point I may have gotten a little bit. Well, I've been I was very confident at that point, and I don't think it mattered anymore then. But I think a pretty good example of how to deal with a strat like that, you know, when the human is all of a sudden in front of your base with like 4 footmen and a bunch of peasants, and you don't have much, you know, only a Blade Master and 1 grunt basically at the time the push started. I think what was pretty important to get that second circlet, because I didn't have another great way of spending my gold initially. So what you want to do, generally speaking, is just trade a little bit and then regenerate and trade again. And it's very important to have the proper focus fire. You know, kill peasants if in any way possible, and have the right sense of timing when it comes to canceling the towers. I think I did that properly in the beginning, and then when those 2 towers came up, I think I misjudged the timing a little bit. I could have gone for the cancel there. I didn't, but nevertheless I've already gotten myself into a very good position at that point, killing the majority of his peasants and delaying his towers for long enough that my tier 2 was finished. I recognize, of course, that I also didn't play perfectly. You know, I've kept my peons inside the burrows for way too long. You know, I could have had more lumber when I reached tier 2, and I could have immediately gotten at least one of the tier 2 buildings then. But, you know, it's not like I've played too much Warcraft in the past year, so I guess you gotta cut corners somewhere. But all in all, I said it during the game, I was pretty surprised about the choice of strategy, generally speaking. I mean, he saw with his scout peasant, he saw my shop timing. So what he knew was that my shop was built before the second burrow, but it could have still been a regular tech with the second burrow just after the shop. So in that case, it would have been a much easier hold, but okay, I had to hold it like that, and I think was quite successful in doing so. Those are now 4 games in total, which, you know, weren't the most exciting games of all time, but, you know, it's been such a long time, and I know that many viewers of the channel mostly are here for those videos. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this one out, and I hope that during the next few weeks I get around to play some more ladder. So that may be something that you guys can look forward to. For now, that is all though. As always, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, give a thumbs up and comment. That always keeps me motivated to come back and do more. You know, there's also always the donate button in every video description if you have too much money. And yeah, that's it for now. I'll see you soon. Take care.